Assalamu alaikum. Hello, dear viewers. Today, I am going to talk about the present circumstances of our country. Everybody knows what is going on in our country now. Some days ago, a Buet student, Abdul Fahad, was killed by some BCL leaders. After the gruesome murder of him, all over the country, protests have been broken out. The BCL leaders who have killed him brought out a mourning rally for his murder the day after, the day before yesterday. There was a placard in one activist, and BCL does not need any trash. But my question is, were they trashes earlier? Certainly not. Indeed, they were the brightest student of the schools and colleges. Their parents, teachers, and all the people of the respective area felt very much proud of them. They were the ideal of a lot of students, and they dreamt that they would be enlightened men with proper education and serve the nation in future. In a report published by the Daily Star, one of the accused, Robin's father, said, "There is no end to my miseries now. He's my only child." Another accused, Onik Sarkar's mother, said that her backbone has been broken. Now all hopes and dreams of their parents have been spoiled. Who is responsible for their miseries? Who will take this responsibility? None is ready to take that. I will blame that on the third culture of student politics. A fresh student who comes to the university has to face a lot of problems. He has to be tortured physically and mentally at Gono rooms by the so-called Parabhais himself. He himself becomes a cruel torturer after 1 or 2 years, and he tortures another students who comes to the university as a fresher. It's a tradition. It has been a tradition in Dhaka University and Buet, but none is ready to talk against it. Russell, BCS Secretary of Buet, Russell, said that he had to face the same torture when he was a fresher. Now he has become a torturer. This situation has to be changed. To raise a strong voice against irregularities, oppression, and corruption, the students need not be affiliated with a specific political party. We saw that before in our language movement in 1952, in the education movement in 1962, in mass uprising in 1969, in anti-military rule, anti-autonomy, anti-autocratic rule in 1990. The students who brought about the movement were not the backed, were not the branch of any major political organizations. The general students made that movement. We saw this also in the quota reform movement in 2018. Also, we saw that in safe road movement. So it's clear that to raise voice against corruption, against irregularities, against inequality. The students do not need to be a part of any major political party. They can protest from their own place, from their own position. So, the student politics, the student politics is not bad, but the student politics present has been dirty. This dirty culture of student politics has to be removed. It have to be, it has to be, it must be stopped as soon as possible. Otherwise, a lot of measures will appear and we have to face that. And our future generation will also suffer from these kind of miseries. To ensure the proper environment at the education institutions, that dirty culture must be stopped as soon as possible. If we are not able to do that, many more violent killers like Onik, Rabin, Shakal, Jion will be being born day after day. So it is high time we made a protest, we brought out a procession, a movement against the dirty politics, the dirty culture of student politics in our country.